Audiofeed has come and gone. If you remember last year, you know what time it is. It's time for a haul video. Today on Tofer's Take. So I'm going to do this as calmly and as orderly as I can, but absolutely no promises. I think a very good place for me to start would be with the one band that I got someone of theirs that I didn't actually see. And that would be Saver Machines, Live in Deutschland, the 2002 edition. And if you guys know me, you guys know this is one of my favorite bands, and this DVD is hard to find, so I was glad to pick it up. And of course, for me, what Audiofeed experience would be complete without some stuff from Insomniac Folklore. I got a matchbook, one of their patches for Everything Will Burn, and 2 CDs of theirs that I apparently did not have in my collection. And again, these guys are one of my favorite bands. If you remember, I did a review of their album, Everything Will Burn. I think it's kind of funny that they had patches, not patches, matchbooks, for the album, Everything Will Burn. These next guys are brought to you all the way from Columbia. No, not Columbia, Missouri, the country. And they are Exodus. Man, I saw these guys live. They put on one really great show. And there's a picture on my Facebook page of how they inspired me to go, all black metal or full goth and makeup. And these guys are. I only have one bad thing to say about them, and it's this here. I added another comic book to my bands that put out comic book collections. And I'm not sure how good of a shot you'll get of this, but it's in Spanish, so I can't read it. But I love the artwork on it. It is pretty tight. Biggest haul of the week for me would be a band called Phineas. I got a couple of albums of theirs, and a couple of EPs of theirs. Sorry, I just realized I had something out of place. These guys put on a great show. And love listening to their music. Next up, and of course, it wouldn't be Audiofeed without some Grave Robber. I think they've been there both years, and both years they've put on a really great show. Next up, Death Requisite. And if you follow the Sanctuary guys, especially Chris Dorman, in this video, the Audiofeed So What 2017. There's a clip of me dancing at the end of it. It was to these guys, and they're a new band that I discovered this year, and I can't wait to hear more of them. Another returning favorite, is I got some Leper, and I'm in the process of listening to this album, but I love the cover design. And if you know Scott Shaw, the guy from Leper, that he always has his veil on, and I think this is a really good photo of him. Last band, that I saw, that I picked up, Until We Have Faces. These guys were there last year, but I didn't hear them, and I like them. They're pretty cool, kind of a little on the lighter side compared to what I listen to, but the lead singer and one of her friends, just they're very hospitable. There are times that I just sit at their camp and just chill and talk, and get to know them some. And I really look forward to, more stuff from these guys. Now that covers all the bands that I got. It doesn't cover all the merch because I got some merch and sent it to one of my good friends in a care package. I forgot to snap this video before I did that. But I did see White Collar Sideshow and got some of their stuff, as well. And I think that might be the only band that I saw and would give props to that, isn't represented. And there's one other thing, that I picked up. Was actually picked up for me. I got a new watch. This was given to me by my brother Scott Heron of Sanctuary International. And yeah, it doesn't really qualify per se as Audiofeed merch because it wasn't for sale there, but this watch means a lot to me because of who gave it to me. I alluded to earlier, that Death Requisite or Exegesis inspired me to go, face white. Well, I had to pick that stuff up, there at Dallas and Company's, store. And you might not see me do that every day or every podcast, but once in a while, I think I might bust it out because that was kind of fun. And I have one item on order from my friend Richard, a wallet chain made out of chainmail. I think that is all that I picked up, and I think that's going to do it for this haul video. And until next time, which might be soon, goodbye and God bless. You thought I was done. I'm not, because I forgot two things. First, I got a copy of the Metal Bible. Okay, so I ended up getting 5 of these, and none of them are really mine. This one right here, it's not really mine. It's going to one of my friends later this week. There's some for sale on the Sanctuary International homepage, if you want a copy of one. And the other thing, it just slipped my mind because I did a podcast about it, the Wounded Society has a bunch of cool t-shirts and stickers. I picked up a mess of their stickers. I didn't really get any of their t-shirts, because I don't really wear t-shirts. But go check those guys out. Get some really cool looking shirts and stickers. Peace, goodbye, and God bless.